Hello everyone, Joshua here, and today we will be comparing the 2021 M1 MacBook Pro next to the 2020 MacBook Air with the i3. The 2020 MacBook Air starts at $999 with 256GB of storage, 8GB of RAM, and the i3 with Intel Iris Plus graphics. The 2021 M1 MacBook Pro I have here is $1,899 with 1TB of storage, 16GB of shared memory, and the M1 SoC or System on a Chip. The 2020 MacBook Air comes with 11 hours of battery life, 2 USB-C ports, headphone jack, 720p webcam, fingerprint reader, retina display, no cooling fan, and the Magic Keyboard. Yes! Gone are the days of the dreaded butterfly keyboard, and Apple has went back to the traditional scissor mechanism in the 2020 MacBook Air. The 2021 M1 MacBook Pro comes with the new M1 SoC or System on a Chip with unified memory or RAM, 2 USB-C ports, headphone jack, 720p webcam, fingerprint reader, retina display with P3 color, a Wi-Fi 6 for gigabyte transfer speeds, a cooling fan, and Magic Keyboard with touch bar. So the first thing I want to point out is the shape of these devices. The MacBook Air is a wedge shape, so it's really nice typing on this and resting your palms, whereas the M1 MacBook Pro is thicker and has a squared off shape. The M1 MacBook Pro also comes with a larger trackpad, which is nice for me as I have bigger hands and usually multitask using my thumb to move the cursor while typing. Harping on the keyboards, the MacBook Air has a nice feeling keyboard, however, there is a little bit of key wobble and there's also noticeable clicking sounds. And the M1 MacBook Pro has the same keyboard, however, the keys are muffled thanks to some small improvements, and also there are very stable switches. Moving on to the webcams, both have a 720p webcam, but because of differences in image processing with both chips, and there's also different mics, there's a noticeable change in quality. Take a look. This is a test of the microphone and webcam on the 2020 MacBook Air with the Intel chip. This is a test of the microphone and webcam on the new 2021 MacBook Pro with the M1 chip. As you can see with the MacBook Air webcam, it doesn't capture well in low light and looks grainy with dingy colors. However, the mic is very good at picking up my voice. The M1 MacBook Pro, however, thanks to the M1 chip, does a lot of real-time image processing, allowing it to look very good in any kind of lighting with beautiful colors popping. Also, the mic is studio quality, capturing my voice, making it very easy to edit in post-capture. Now let's talk about some benchmarks. The MacBook Air has an i3 and is getting 672 single-core score on Cinebench, with a multi-score of 1,338. The M1 MacBook Pro gets a single score of 1,724 and a multi-score of 7,254. The MacBook Air comes at best with the Intel Iris Plus graphics, and this is 80% faster than the previous generation, so you can do some light gaming. But the M1 MacBook Pro blows it away with 16 cores and a neural engine, allowing you to play AAA titles at 1080p. Go watch some of my older videos for some gameplay on both machines. I'll link the videos below. The M1 MacBook Air is on x86 architecture, which most desktop applications are written on. You can also use Boot Camp to run Windows. However, the M1 MacBook uses a hidden layer of translation called Rosetta 2 to translate these applications to run on ARM architecture, just like most of our cell phones and tablets run today. Despite this, the M1 is able to run almost any app flawlessly, and in some cases, better than Intel running the x86 applications natively. To sum this video up, I bought this MacBook Air as I was in desperate need of an upgrade and didn't think that I was going to be this impressed with the M1 MacBook Pro's performance. As soon as I got my hands on the M1, I fell in love, and I have been using it ever since as my daily driver. Everything from streaming to video editing, recording, scripting, and gaming. If you are interested in picking up a MacBook today, I would have to say it depends on your needs. If you pick up an Intel Mac, you should be able to run anything, unless you're looking for something more graphically demanding. I would definitely pick up the M1. That's all for today's video. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't like it, you know what to do. And if you want to see more videos from me, hit the subscribe button and I'll always be a click away. But as always, just be a decent human being. Joshua out.